What's up, YouTube? Coming back at you with Here in My Office, Here in My Office 50. Now, I had originally made some estimations that by Here in My Office 30, I would be reemployed, but still not the case. So, what's been going on lately? It's been more of the same. Um, Occasional applying. I use Indeed.com, and a lot of the jobs that I'm looking at and that I apply to for senior audit manager, third party risk management, stuff like that, I've already applied to. So there's a lot of applications out there for me right now, but I haven't heard anything in weeks now, so it's been very quiet. I'm glad that I fixed a problem I had with Citigroup. I was unable to apply to Citigroup for months because of there was something in their career site where it was telling me that my password was wrong and it was right, telling me that it didn't match and it did, and it went in circles to the point where I just gave up on it and I said the hell with it, I'll apply to a different company, even though I really do want to work at Citigroup. So fortunately, Citi has made some changes to their application system, human resources system, and now I can apply. It goes through a Workday. This Workday thing is this. A lot of companies use the same thing, this Workday system, and I was able to apply to a few roles, probably 3 or 4 roles at Citi over in Gettsville, New York, staying here in Amherst, staying in Buffalo. They were, operational risk, senior operational risk manager, things like that. They're not audit, but they were still risk management and still relevant to me. So hopefully I get a call from them. So other than that, we have a dilemma. We have a big dilemma right now. And that is because, as you probably know if you watch my videos, the mortgage is going unpaid. The mortgage, I have not made a mortgage payment in months. And I'm about, I'm about $17,000, $18,000 behind on the mortgage. And I was hoping that I could alleviate that problem with a pre-settlement funding loan, but I'm getting jerked around so badly by these pre-settlement funding companies. I mean, they tell me they can make me a loan and then they don't answer the phone for days, or they tell me to call them back and I call them back and they don't answer. And then when I get them on the phone, they tell me that it's got to go to underwriting and they need to talk to my attorney and it's still in process. So this has been going on for months. So much so that I don't rely on it anymore. I'm not even relying on the fact that I could get pre-settlement funding before the thing settles to pay the mortgage. I'm resigned to the fact that what's probably going to happen is the house is going to go into foreclosure, and the foreclosure process takes, my understanding in New York State, it takes like a year. So if I have a year in foreclosure, that is sufficient time for the lawsuit to settle and for me to then come to the bank and say, hey, here's $25,000 to bring the mortgage current, and then I could pay the mortgage from then on with the money that's in the bank. But we've been talking about possibly selling the house, but I don't want to do that. I just moved here. We actually just celebrated the 1 year anniversary of being here, August 30th. August 30th, 2018, we moved in. Then September 24th, 2018, I got terminated. So I only had 1 month to enjoy being in this house, being employed. Granted, I wasn't working, but I still thought I had a job. Little did I know I was going to get wrongfully terminated, and that's what happened. So I'm just wondering what you guys think. If anybody out there has any experience in the foreclosure process or any advice, if you're in the situation I'm in, when you expect to have this windfall of cash come through, but you don't know when it's going to happen, and it is that will enable you to pay the mortgage. Should you sell and get out of here now, and go through all that headache of moving, finding another house, and it's going to be a downsizing. I mean, it'll be looking for maybe like a $200,000 house, because I bought this house for $527,000, and the house across the street from me is for sale for $750,000. The house down the street, they're asking like 850. Another house sold a couple years ago for $1 million, and they're all in the same. They're in my neighborhood, and they're about the same size. So I'm thinking that maybe this house needs a little bit of work. So maybe we could list this house for like 650. So when you think about it, if I owe, now I put 100 down. So if I owe like 420 on it, if I can get 620, that's 200 grand. I could take 200, go buy another house, live in that, not have a mortgage, and not worry about, getting called by the bank every day. So I don't know. I could embark on doing that, but part of me doesn't want to start doing that until the writing's on the wall that they've served me a notice that they're gonna evict me, and it's gonna happen shortly. Then I know we're gonna have to put the house up for sale. But until that happens, we're kind of living on borrowed time here. So it just kind of sucks because, and if I find a job that's outside of Buffalo, I'm gonna have to sell the house anyway. So I've kind of resigned myself to the fact that there is a good likelihood that I'm not going to be here much longer. So, it is what it is. It's only a house. It's not the end of the world. And we can always get back to where we were once I get back on my feet, once I get another high-paying job. If I do, I hope I do. That's what I'm looking for. I'm well qualified for a lot of these jobs that I'm applying to. The jobs, especially in the tri-state area, pay even more than I was making before, and I could potentially find myself in a house just as nice as this one once I get a job offer. But it's kind of like you're waiting for the job offer, you're waiting for the settlement, but then at the same time the house isn't getting paid for. So the bank doesn't care that I don't have a job. They don't care that my settlement hasn't happened yet. They just want their money. So, and it's not even a big deal that they call. They call all the time. I haven't talked to them in weeks because they call every 3 days. I'm like, I don't want to repeat myself every 3 days that I'm unemployed, that I can't make a payment, that I don't know when I'm going to be able to make a payment. So that's all they want to know. So what's the point? So it's kind of shitty. So we're really in a holding pattern right now. And why do lawsuits have to take this long? I don't know. We're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of the lawsuit this month, because this is the month that I was terminated last year, and then it's been a year. So it's been a year of unsuccessful job interviews and job searching. So we'll see what happens, guys. If there's any further developments or anything pops up, or we get pre-settlement funding, or I get some news on the lawsuit, or I get some news on the job front, I'll be sure to make another video. I just didn't want to abandon my YouTube channel yet. We're coming up on 100 subscribers, which for me is pretty decent, I guess. So thank you all for subscribing. If you like this video, subscribe. If you like this video, like it, and I appreciate it very much. And I'll be making another video shortly, guys. Have a good day.